iPad jokes, Apple iPad jokes. iPad download speeds. Michael, iPad download speeds on AT&T are ridiculously slow. John, tell me about it. This morning I logged into just a teen porno website. John, by the time the first page had loaded, all the girls looked like they were in their mid-40s. iPad vs Samsung Galaxy. 3 iPad engineers and 3 Samsung Galaxy Tab engineers are about to board a train to a computer conference. The Samsung Galaxy Tab engineers notice that the iPad engineers bought only one ticket between them. The Samsung Galaxy Tab engineers ask the iPad engineers how they plan on getting to the conference. Watch and learn, one of the iPad engineers tells them. As soon as the train leaves the station, the 3 iPad engineers rush from their seats and all squeeze into one restroom. When the conductor comes through the car, he knocks on the restroom door and says, "Ticket, please." The door opens a crack and the one ticket is handed to the conductor. The Samsung Galaxy Tab engineers are impressed, and decide that's what they will do on the trip back. Then on the return trip, the Samsung Galaxy Tab engineers notice that the iPad engineers haven't bought any tickets. How do you plan on getting home without any tickets? They ask. Watch and learn, one of the iPad engineers tells them. As soon as the train leaves the station, the 3 Samsung Galaxy Tab engineers hurry for the restroom. A few moments later, one of the iPad engineers gets up from his seat, knocks on the restroom door and says, "Ticket please." iPad bar jokes. Walks into a Starbucks. A man walks into a Starbucks with his iPad. He suddenly realizes he needs to fart. He logs into iTunes and ups the volume thinking the music is loud. No one will hear. So he farts. When he looks around, everyone's staring at him. Then he realizes he was listening to his iPad with headphones. iPad short jokes. Q. Why is the Apple still reporting record profits? A. Because iPad users are just as oblivious to the looming recession as they are to the people around them. Q. How many Apple iPad early adopters does it take to change a light bulb? A. 3001. 1 to do the work and 3000 to go online and bitch about the lack of obscure features. Q. What's the difference between a MaxiPad and an iPad? A. One is small, lightweight and slim, and the other is bought by women who send their husbands to the Apple Store. Q. What do the latest iPad applications do? A. Whiten teeth and perform LASIK eye surgery. Q. According to Apple, what is the leading cause of e-phones overheating? A. Downloading images of Brooklyn Decker. Q. What type of a computer does a horse like to eat? A. Macintosh. Q. What happens if you download the Princess Diana screensaver application? A. Your iPad will keep crashing. Q. Why is it so sad that Steve Jobs died? A. Everyone at Apple are crying their eyes out. Q. What is written on Steve Jobs' tombstone? A. I came, I saw, I conquered, I left, I come back, I think different, iMac. iPod, iTunes, iPhone, iPad, iCloud, IRIP. 20 years ago we had Johnny Cash, Bob Hope and Steve Jobs. Now we have no Cash, no Hope and no Jobs. Please don't let Kevin Bacon die. Series on her period. She needs an iPad. Do not touch my iPad. It's not an us pad, it's not a we pad, it's not an our pad, it's an iPad. I'm going to bed means let me get on my iPad and look up pointless things for a while. My relationship is like an iPad. I don't have an iPad. If Apple made a car, would it have windows? My iPad screen is brighter than my future. I farted in the Apple Store and everyone got pissed at me. Not my fault. They don't have windows. My daughter just used sext in words with friends and now I'll be spending the rest of the night going through her phone and iPad. Having an iPad makes everything better. Yo mama's so fat she invented the iPad when she sat on the iPhone. I tried to log in on my iPad. Turns out it was an etch-a-sketch and I don't own an iPad. Also, I'm out of vodka. My iPad seems to be broke. I pressed the home button but I'm still at school. My iPad battery dies quicker than a black guy in a scary movie. I want an iPhone with BBM and a Nokia battery. It's being reported that Apple may be making a less expensive version of their iPhone. They're calling it a Samsung. Conan O'Brien. iPad pickup lines. Did you know my iPad is also a remote control? Let's go somewhere remote. And you can have control. I am happy to see you, but that's just an iPad in my pocket. Is your dad a thief? Because if he is, I'll keep my new iPad hidden when you introduce him to me next Saturday. I think I need to call heaven on my new iPad because they lost one of their angels. How much does your iPad weigh? Enough to break the ice. I am no Fred Flintstone, but I can make your bed rock. Plus I have an iPad. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and iPad together. Baby, if you were an iPad, I would tap you all day.